Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and today we're continuing our 2025 challenge to sort it out. So I gather things from around the house and my desk. Today we're going to do a use it up of what is on my desk. I have gathered this kind of box here, and I always have this cup of little pieces that we can use and see what we can make. But before we start that, I wanted to show these from the matchbook tablet. See, they have little coffee dyed tablet pages in here in a matchbook style that I made a week or so ago. My video cut out near the end, so you weren't able to see these completely. I still haven't figured out why my camera is filming at an angle. Yeah, I don't know. I will have to research that. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. But these are the matchbooks. They're just scrapbook paper left over from cutting out my 8.5 by 11 pages. Here is some lace and some ribbon that I put on this one. This is a scrapbook paper that I've just added some lace to the bottom of this. And this one I have a fussy cut flower, some little bit of fabric scrap, some lace, and then a little digital sort of postage stamp. And they're all the tablets. This one has more grungy coffee dyed paper. So I wanted to show those because I don't think you were able to see them well, because the video cut out. And recently on my desk, I thought I would just share, this is my done bucket that I can put away. I just found this bookmark on my desk. It has some pearls, a little Bible verse, and a pearl thing. I'm just going to put that in my finished stuff. This is a from '87, a Tricam embroidery receipt, and I'm just going to fold this up and put it in a journal, just as a piece of ephemera. This was a large piece from a scrapbook paper that I didn't particularly care for it as it was, so I just folded it in on this side and folded this in so it went past. Then I glued here and folded down these little top pieces. And then on my desk, I just had some of these leftover scrapbook paper pieces that I cut around the shape. Some of these I cut out individually. So these are available. Looks like I need to round that a little, but I'll fix that later, to use. And I thought this one color-wise went nice in here, and I like the little enjoy, so that can have other additional pieces. This is from scrapbook paper too, that I thought would just be a nice tag. There's another one of those. This I can show you how these were made another time. I want to link that to the video where I did those. These are part of a border design, and I just cut off the individual people. So these will just be little pocket inserts, and then they have a little writing space. They're sort of like a ticket, but they have random top shapes, so those will go in my little things. Also little things, I had these little scraps from one. I did these with some lace, this one with little glitzy sticker, paper scraps, and a flower sticker. This one had a little sticker and a couple scrapbook, or this is a painted, these are both painted papers. And this one I added 5 dots with some little glitzy stickers. These had a scalloped border, and I just left them as they were. These were in my little cup here of little bits. And I used some pieces cut from some borders that I have some of those in here. These were sort of a chipboard little decoration from something, some painted paper, a little bit of lace under there. So just some little things to put in pockets. Here's a couple more. Some more of the chipboard things and some painted papers. And here's, I guess I thought there was just 2 more, but there's 4 more. So one of those little chipboard pieces like this, cardstock. This had a little tiny punch out of it. Painted papers, chipboard, cardstock, scrap, sticker with the little piece of glitz. This has part of a punch and another sticker with that. So they're just little tiny pieces I'll file away. This little piece of ribbon must have been on my desk. I'm going to put it back in my cup. These are some calendar papers with coffee dye paper. I just made some tags. And, whoops. This was, I think, a sticker of some kind, or words from something anyway. And then this was a fussy cut from scrapbook paper. So there's some tags. This is the one I made the other day with the calendar backs and the pieces of stuff, and we put that on, and this piece of punched from photos. And then I finished those up. I made this one. The glare is a little hard from this position. I see we're right under the light, so that's going to be challenging. So I'll try to tip them a little bit for you can see them. I have not distressed around this yet, but I will. Here's a bigger one. And we can add little words and focal images like the one I did, but I just thought I would clean these off my desk. These are scraps from the edges of calendars, and then this is coffee dyed paper. Oops. So these all have numbers on them and just different things. I've just kind of notched the sides. Some more scraps of crayons, calendars, and coffee dyed papers. So that's what I've already made. So let's see what we can make from this in a few minutes. We're not going to use the whole thing. This I'm going to need to cut down, and I'm going to set it aside because I don't have the paper trimmer right here, so we'll do that. This looks like it already, oh, it's glued on here. Pieces of magazine pictures, I think. But it's kind of ready to just be a tag. Maybe add a little decorative element. You have this plant. That might be nice on here. Consider that. Let's not lose our pin. I thought it would be fun to use maybe a little bit of this, and maybe even behind that. This is a craft paper, trying to think of the word, that's been cut like a kind of a honeycomb stuff to like pack around things. So let's try a piece of that. What else do we have? Well, we have this that we can cover. We have these 2 baby things that I thought would be fun to make something out of those. And this is another thing that we can use, maybe a journal card or something. This is another one we can cover. So let's start with this one. So I like that on there, but maybe a little bit of this. behind it. We'll just throw that back in there. This might be tricky to glue, and then maybe not. We'll see. I'm going to try to keep these what's on my desk quick makes, so they don't take very long, just something we can do and eliminate stuff on my desk. Whatever's in my box here and my cup that I don't use will just stay there for the next time, and I might add some additional things. I do have a little bit of tools over here. I have, I don't have my vintage photo stamp pad, but I do have a faded jeans. I do have some scissors and some glue. Let's see now, is this the bottom we want? They actually go this way, but I don't think we really need to care. Maybe I'm going to go this way though. Just kind of smush this in place. We lose a little bit of the waffly stuff, but we still have the texture. And just from being torn, it's kind of different. Looks a little bit tree-ish. So let's glue this down. See what we'd like to add. Hope you're having a great day. I've been being very productive lately in my sorting it out and organizing. You'll see I'm at a different table desk at the moment because my other one is kind of buried in my organizing of my studio. Plus I just needed another one to work on as well, so I could have more than one project going. But I've been organizing around my other desk, signature pages, journal starts, and tags, and journal card, and pocket bases. Plus I have a container, it's sort of a rectangular basket, which you'll see in the future, which has finished things. And when we go to do some journals, that'll be really nice to have those finished things. But even the bases are nice. We can finish them up fitting the particular journal or journals. I really think my next journal project will be the cat and dog ones. Don't know if I'll do them all at once. They're kind of a similar kit, so I might. Not sure. We have this. If we just put that up there. Kind of like that. This is from a scrapbook paper. Where they have like fussy cut little rectangles or squares or circles or whatever that you can use. Now I am going to cut this like a tag. I don't have my paper here. Use one of my favorite measuring in a pinch techniques is to use 8.5 by 11 paper. So it is smaller than 8.5. That's good. So it will fit in a journal, but I will want to angle the top. So I'm going to drop this down a little bit so that I don't lose that. And might just use this tag as sort of a template. Now this is on a piece of, I think, file folder. So the back is already ready to write on. And I'm not going to distress these because, like I said, I don't have my vintage photo here. I also have below me, this is something different, I have my recycle bin. I am trying to keep my floor cleaner. So by putting that there, I can get at it. Okay. My word book is not over here, so I'm not going to put a word on it at the moment. I do have a couple in here, but I don't think that goes. Let's see. I do have, these might be too big, I think. What is that? Oh, I do have some things lurking down in here. This one says in the dark. I don't think that applies. Let's see. Maybe grab a few out that we might want to use. And lifts it. Interesting. Here's some, oops, little stickers with words. And a lot of flowers. Here's some of the little glitzy things. And a little bit of lace. Not that these apply to this, but I'm going to just dump a bunch out that are handy. We can dig more if we want. I might have like scraps of painted paper in here. I have some paper clips. The wind sometimes finds one. Well, that's interesting. Once again, though, I think that's too big. And I think these are too big also. I think it needs something small. And I don't think one of these, oh, there's a lady here. One of these circle ones with something, I don't think that go. I'm looking for something rectangular. So I think we'll leave this as it is. Not sure how the glare is, so and which direction my camera is actually currently filming. It's kind of a mystery to me why mine are often like this, and you can't, I don't know, you might be able to adjust your camera to turn them, but I just, like my desk is this way, but I'm seeing it that way. But now I'm not sure whether you're going to see it this way. I'm really sorry about that. When I'm not so busy in my 2025 challenge of sorting it out and using it up, maybe I can move on to a technology challenge. But anyway, here's a nice big tag. We'll put it in our done box. Okay, let's see if we can do something with these baby ones. I do have 2 baby journals coming up. This might be a good size to put on like that. Or this one as well. I kind of want to maybe fold that one differently. So I think I'm going to go with this one. We can kind of write on there, but we can cover that up additionally. I have some ideas handy in a minute. But let's start by just covering up the front. And if interesting safety pins, that kind of goes good with at least old-fashioned baby diapers. The safety pins. And we have this slot hole that we can maybe make use of as well. Okay, now I'm going to hold the sides so I can kind of, I'm looking under to see how that centers and how maybe this centers. And I think we're going to go with this. We could save some of these words like crib and quilt and nursery. Those would be good things to save. Okay, let's cut this off. Sometimes I like to just slide my scissors over to butt up there to ensure that I'm on that edge. My corner rounder is also not here, but that's what I prefer to round these corners. So I can do that as I distress and add any final things to this. then the corners will be all matching. So here's a journal card for a baby album. This is kind of nice. It coordinates nicely with it. Like I said, do not have my distress inks here, but to edge this. But I'm not sure it would work well on the sticker anyway. Okay, this sticker, oh, here it is, I was gonna say. There we go. Now this is another sticker we can actually use on something. I think we'll just stick this down here. When you have a baby, there are definitely wondrous works of God that are part of their life. What's this one here? Glory to God. That's kind of nice too. I'd like to fill that with something, but that might be a later, well, actually, she might be kind of fun. Traditionally, pink is a girl's color, not that it needs to be. I think all colors are good for everybody. I certainly let my kids play with a variety of things and dress them in a variety of colors. It's just traditionally, there are certain things. So anyway, that's a nice little journal card, and we can always add something else along here. And I'm going to round the corners with the corner rounder. So for the back here though, I have this little wooden box, organize one stuff, easy to put your items into the containers. Nice and open, just a little wooden box. I threw in here some papers of different kinds that we could use. Here's some little tablets. And they have little, I thought they were wider, but they do have some little lined paper that could go on there. We could use this pink or yellow one. Does this go nicely? That's not bad. We could just put this on here on the back, and then you can write on any of it. So we'll use some of these on some other things. I think for that I will use this. I'm just going to use this as just junk mail as a glue page for the moment. So I will be covering it up later, so I don't care if it gets some glue residue on it. Okay. Oops. That reminds me, I could show you my little glue holder I made that I haven't used for a while. It's nearby here. Okay, there's our journal card. Oops. Tip it so hopefully you can see it in the lighting, and we'll round the corners later. Here's the little thing I made. This is air dry clay made to fit this. I think I'll just take that out. These were made to fit smaller glue sticks of different kinds. I haven't taken them out in a while. This one seems to be stuck. Well, we'll deal with it later. This sort of fits the air dry, that glue. It needs to be fixed a little better. And this, I need to work on those two again. But this particularly I made for that, so that when I need to set it down, it's not always falling over. It's just laying in there. So we could put our lid there and our glue here. If I have it off for a while, then I'll put the lid back on. But it's not rolling around. And I will open that up a little bit so maybe this can sit in there. So that would be good. Okay, so this one, I thought it would be fun to make it a pocket. Well, let's finish this here. So we do have this little piece of color that I'm just gonna trim off the scrap and throw it in my cup. And this one, because when I'm doing little clusters, which will be an upcoming video because I have a bunch of those started that need to be finished and pieces for clusters so I can be using them. But those are nice for that, or edging a tag or something. This one we'll just drop in our bucket down here. Okay. Gonna get rid of this part here. And I think we need Joanne. And this I know is a dot on the eye, but we don't necessarily need it. We can keep the idea like that. And well, this one might be interesting. We'll just keep an N in that. You'll see in a little bit what I'm going to do with those. We could keep the little asterisk, especially in grungy, they're nice. Let's see. We could take this. We could have skill level. That would be a nice little addition. And here we can have these little words: quilt, crib, applique, and nursery. And these little bits I'll probably put in the word book later after I do these. And free, I'm going to leave it with the 2 holes for now. It can always be cut smaller when we go to use it. Okay, so those will be in a little bit when we do that. How big is this? Well, let's see. This is, pinch a little bit right there, and pinch a little bit right there. So from here to here is 5.5. So I want to see if this will fit. I think it needs to lose these edges in order to fit. And this is 4.25. So let's see. It's about 6 inches tall, which is fine. Okay, I wanted to fold. I'm going to make it shorter because I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to try to make a pocket. So fold that down and up to this. Now I'm not getting an overlap, but we can fix that. I think I would want it to go this way. So to sturdy up this edge, I'm going to fold this side. So we won't be cutting off any words and stuff on this one. We're going to make use of the whole things. And you can find these instructional idea things in places like Joann's. This is one from years ago, probably when I had babies and little nieces and nephews. Now I have grand nieces and nephews. Let's fold this up as well. It's a little harder to get it accurately when you're doing a little strip. A scoreboard would come in handy, but once again, that's at the other desk. Okay, so let's put this edge glued down. I didn't put my pin in my glue. Thankfully, it's still working. And I really hope this isn't upside down for you. I really apologize. You can, I have my screen to automatically flip on my phone, but if you alter that, you can control that then. Okay, so let's see, this is gonna fold this way. Let's make this like a little V shape out of here so it'll fold better. And I don't want to do it on there because I want to be able to have that be just a solid top. Now this I need to adjust slightly so that the top is straight. So I'm gonna have to adjust the little triangle as well. I do like my little bucket between my knees here to throw the scraps in. Now we need a little piece here, and not big enough. This is another one we can turn into a pocket. Well, we could use something like this and make it sturdier. If it's just going to glue to a page, you could actually just glue this down to the page like this. Let's just see if we glue this onto here. See, it's making a little bit of a gusseted pocket. And we glue this onto here. We could just go like that, and then when we glue it on the page, that would be good to have handy as a page. What have I got up here? This is marinated feta.
Can I have a protein milk, please?
So that doesn't quite fit. So I think I'll wait till I have another page and then I'll glue it on. So there'll be a pocket this way, but I'll glue it so it goes that way as well. Okay, I think that's probably all we can get done in this little session, so we can keep it short. We'll see what else we can make off the desk. Maybe grab our paper trimmer and our distress ink for our next one. Thank you. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and I hope you found some interesting ideas, that you have a great day full of fun, creativity, and love. And play along with me as I clean off my desk. Take care.